So people who want to push back on authority, push back on science.
Science is about constant skepticism, constant questioning, and you didn't see any of that. You saw a narrative. In a 20-month period, they obliterated all the Bill of Rights, the United States Constitution, with no objection in the American press.
Normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population.
If the FDA says it's okay to take the vaccine, are you going to take it?
I'm going to look at the data upon which the FDA makes that decision.
They pay us hundreds of millions of dollars a year to hire and keep the reviewers to approve their product.
The CDC continues to recommend that people who have been previously infected get their COVID-19 vaccine.
CDC study suggests getting the vaccine will offer you much stronger immunity to COVID than natural immunity.
She's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
I've already had COVID, I'm protected, and now the study says maybe even more protected than the vaccine alone. Should they also get the vaccine?
I don't have a really firm answer for you on that.
People who have already had the virus be recommended to get the vaccine as well?
The answer is yes.
Over 11,000 pages were released. The first bombshell in the document is that natural immunity works and Pfizer knows it.
And there were no hospitalizations or deaths in the individuals who were vaccinated.
But you now have 3 highly efficacious vaccines. There's no doubt about that. And there have been no hospitalizations or deaths in multiple countries.
Another revelation from the documents was that adverse reactions were more frequent and more severe. It interestingly states some facts that have been labeled by the mainstream media as being misinformation. The consent form lists several possible side effects, including myocarditis.
A new study describes how 23 service members later developed chest pain and sought medical attention.
82,000 per year to 863,000 neurological issues which would affect our pilots. Over 1,000% increase in 1 year.
And it looks like in the first 3 months there was 42,000 adverse events reported and 1,223 deaths.
A total of 10,262 COVID-19 vaccine breakthrough infections had been reported from 46 U.S. states.
If you get vaccinated, you are protected.
For every one person that the vaccine saves from COVID, it kills 4 people from fatal cardiac arrest.
If I want the population to ultimately accept my digital reality, I have to make sure the cognitive dissonance is so complete that you stop trusting your own brain. And guess what they've done? Exactly that.
The reason that only one drug has been made available, AZT, because it's the only drug that thus far has been shown in scientifically controlled trials to be safe and effective.
Counter-narrative that says the people who we think of as casualties of HIV were not actually dying from HIV, but they were dying from a medicine that was supposedly treating HIV but was actually killing them.
You can't take what's normally a decade-long process for developing a product and ensuring its safety and efficacy and compressing it into 6 to 9 months and not cut some corners. That's just absurd.
We did not fund gain-of-function research to be conducted in the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
The preponderance of evidence now points towards this coming from the lab, and what you've done is change the definition on your website to try to cover your ass, basically. Your own agency has rebuked them.
We also now know that NIAID, the department associated with the National Institutes of Health, of which Dr. Anthony Fauci is in control, had already been conducting experiments with the Wuhan lab in the past in regard to coronavirus.
Remdesivir, better early on because it's an antiviral.
This is the truth, and it's based on data. That's what we live by. data, evidence, truth.
Science is about questioning authority. Anybody who says, I am the science, is lying.
When Joe Schmo says, I should retire, I should go to jail, I look at that and I go, forget that. And if you're attacking me, you're really attacking science. I mean, everybody knows that. You have said that I am unwilling to take any responsibility for the current pandemic. I have no responsibility for the current pandemic. History will figure that out on its own.